Are we okay?
I don't actually.
All right. Hold on, I'm getting situated. Hello. Hey.
Okay, awesome. Hi, beautiful people. The last thing that I want to be doing right now is some form of public live communication, and I could have cancelled it. And instead, I went inside and I really asked the Spirit, is it for my highest good? Is it really on point for me to, despite not fucking wanting to and not feeling like it, is the Spirit calling me to do this? And I received a yes. What I often do to receive my intuition is because I don't hear clearly, audibly, I don't see clearly, but I get senses. And if I ask for a specific sense, I'll get it. So I clear the screen. I just see black, then I see white, then I see black. I just really clear that beautiful inner space. And then I just ask to see clearly yes or no. And so as I asked, as I was on the toilet feeling really shitty, I just kept on seeing kind of like this big neon yes. And it is really important for me to show up in these moments because I think that the world shows a perfect, polished example of what self-development, personal development, spirituality is. And I just really love showing up when I do feel flawed, when I feel imperfect, when I feel anything but polished and bright and shiny. And so I'm really grateful just to be authentic and vulnerable, and rather than forcing bright and shiny, I am doing my best in this moment to be present and vulnerable and real. And so we are here for 7 days of self-love. And I think it's really on point that the Spirit has brought this experience forward for me, for all of us in this moment, because I think we have a great ability to know what is lifting into the Spirit in terms of self-love, right? Be positive. See things perfectly, lift into the Spirit. But for me, one of the most important parts of real self-love is allowing our human to feel out of balance when it feels out of balance. How do we, like we would receive a small child that's not feeling great, how would we receive it into this present moment with complete acceptance, complete love, just receiving it? And in my experience, being with our human experience, our human challenges, oh my Lord, and I feel it even in this moment, it just allows that energy to dissipate. Our emotions truly are simply just energy in motion. They're just energy that's here to clean us through, just to wash us through, to give us energy. And we can either suppress them, hold tight, suck it up, toughen up, shut them down, or we can fucking surrender and give over and allow that energy to move through, so that we move from one emotion to the next. And I love that I'm talking about this because even, it's moved, it's past. And so we are here for 7 days of self-love. This is the month of love, or as Hallmark has declared it this way, perhaps. But I was speaking with Melissa, our director of group coaching, our group programs for Allowing Love, and we were aware that we wanted to do some other kind of experiential gift where people that are leaning into the immersion, the 4-month program that we have starting in a couple of weeks, we just wanted to give another offering for anyone that's on the fence and leaning into this kind of work, to have a reference point, to show up with us live, messy, real, vulnerably, to see if this energy is something that does naturally, intuitively call to you. So for the next 7 days, Provided I keep getting those yeses and that call clearly from spirit, we will be showing up live for 17 minutes and sharing a little bit about self-love in our flawed and imperfect ways. So this has definitely been a bigger preamble than I was anticipating. But thank you so much just for receiving me, for receiving us, for being present with us. And I'm going to ask Eric to call in the light, and then we're going to share whatever comes present about self-love in terms of what I'm aware of as the first key, in terms of asking for the highest good and really awakening to that that's in our heart.
All right, so we'll just center ourselves with this calling the light and just ask for the highest good to be present with us as we just say we're here. And you can even just say your name. So I'll just say Eric. I'm Eric. I'm here.
Zoe.
I'm choosing to be here in this space. I'm choosing to be here for myself, for this love, for this letting go, for this alignment into the greatest love, the greatest letting go, and the greatest receiving of that which is for me and really for all of us at this time. That we come here to let go, to receive, to align ourselves to our soul, to our greater purpose, to our greater intention of learning, lifting, loving, realizing ourselves. That we're really here for self-realization, for knowing ourselves as love, for knowing ourselves as beautiful, as big, as full and complete. And it is through the action of self-love in so many different ways, that we can do it in so many different ways, that we do realize the gift of who we are. Because in this self-love, we get to be the giver and the receiver. We get to give to ourselves and we get to receive from ourselves. So it's this miraculous way we get to participate in one of the greatest acts I know in being human. And so we just again say thank you for this opportunity to love ourselves even more in even bigger ways. In new ways, maybe we're here to discover new ways to love ourselves, new ways to give ourselves what we need or what we needed and didn't get before. So we open up to new possibilities, to new dreams of our heart, to new inspirations, and also to new inspirations in terms of what we want to let go of, in terms of what's holding us back in any way or keeping us limited, keeping us less than. So we just place all this into the light and say thank you, because we know it is done perfectly in perfect timing and in perfect ways. And so we're here to just show up and to relax and to receive what is the truth for us in this moment. And so even just by calling in the light, just like by being here, by listening to this, you can just receive that relaxation, that stillness, the gift of just being present. That really it is a gift beyond imagination. Just to be present, wholly present with yourself. So thank you all for showing up in whatever way you are here and have chosen to watch or listen. And so we'll just say it so it is and move on to whatever we're here to share about next.
And so we're going to be playing with this as experientially as we can, because we are going to be making these recordings available as a beautiful way, just touch points, experiences for people to check in. So the first key that we're going to be playing with in terms of self-love is what I call ask and awaken. And it is also the first step of the Allowing Love spiritual manifestation meditation. And in so many ways, it may be the first key or the first touch point for just about anything in this world. And so we're going to play with it. I'm going to share a little bit about my experience. Maybe Eric will too. But the beautiful opportunity that we have is to, as consistently as we can, connect with the spirit that we are and truly ask for our highest good and to awaken to what that is moment to moment. I am reflecting, and I will share this very briefly, but what just flashed in was the moment in my life when I first started to do this, when I started to do my spiritual journey. I actually did it very outside in, right? It was like, this is what other people did in order to connect with spirit.
Right.
These were the things that other people focused on. I had a spiritual teacher. I had a spiritual community. It was very easy for me to come into alignment and do all of those things, to know that I was serving, to know that I was meditating, to know that I was in flow. But I got to a point in my life where, for whatever reason, I was just in a place where I was no longer in alignment. I just spent 10 years serving my spiritual teacher, traveling the world, sharing his voice, sharing his love, sharing his life, which is just spirit's love and life. But I came to the point where I was no longer in alignment, and I started to be aware of being pulled into something more. And so I started to be unhappy, unfulfilled where I was. And I did for a year, tried to just get a better attitude, better self-talk about it all, just talk myself into, no, you love this, stay, just get a better attitude. But I through a series of events that I won't go in, I really became aware of this gift that I have, this voice, this energy, this source inside me, and it is guiding me moment to moment. And more than just guiding me for other people, it's guiding me towards things that I really want, things that I am here to experience as a soul in this lifetime. And for a while, I really wrestled with how selfish and how egotistical that looked, that I would spend time being aware of what I want, what are the dreams in my heart, like, what do I want? But I began to be aware of such a profound energy calling me to serve, calling me to share my experiences, calling me to more vulnerably just share. And as I did that, I began to download specific things. I began to be asked to coach. I began to receive these 5 steps that we now call the Allowing Love meditation. But the very first step that I did receive was just this beautiful awareness of, I am here with you, Spirit, and I'm asking for the highest good. And so I encourage us all in this moment to connect. And connect however you would. We all are going to do this differently, uniquely, and it's going to grow and evolve and expand as we grow over time. But just connect to the spirit, connect to your heart, connect to love, connect to the universe, connect to all that is, and ask for the highest good for your life. And so when you have made that beautiful prayer clear, and feel free to allow your emotion to support this prayer, right? I do, Spirit, I ask for my greatest life, my highest life, my greatest dreams, my most beautiful love, my greatest joys, just the greatest life I could ever possibly imagine. I'm asking for my highest good. I'm here. I want that. I'm ready. I'm open. And so now we're just going to have a little bit of silence to awaken to whatever we receive back from spirit. So this is a lifelong journey, learning how we receive from spirit. But I encourage you to be aware that you have a spirit that's communicating to you in all ways at all times. Often it's just a matter of being still and silent long enough to receive. But in this moment, on the heels of God, spirit, love, I'm asking for the highest good, my highest life, just all that's in my heart to receive. And now we just awaken to what is it that spirit's calling to us. And I'm not going to give you too much more information about that, but rather just receive, awaken to spirit's call, awaken to the energy of spirit. right now. And so, of course, we could spend a lot of time in this space. And I encourage you, if you have more time, spend it in this space. But I'm also going to put on the table the power of asking for specific things. So yes, first thing every morning, I do ask for the highest good, and I ask to be awakened by spirit. But at different moments in different times of my life, I do also ask for specifics. So perhaps if you're going through a transition, or perhaps you're leaning into a relationship with someone and you want to know, is this person for my highest good? We can ask specific questions. So I am going to wrap it up, just because I do want to keep this on point in terms of 17 minutes of self-love. But I just encourage us all to play with, how can we ask for the highest good as many times throughout the day as possible, but definitely first thing in the morning. And then how can we awaken, just really receive what is it that Spirit's calling us to receive, those dreams, those wants, those desires, those next steps, including maybe how can we ask some specific questions.
I love it. And you know, asking for the highest good is really the ultimate self-love, and it's the ultimate total love, unconditional love for ourselves and for everyone, because it's the highest good. It's all considered. And so we can even just, wherever we want the answer for direction or clarity, we can just ask for the highest good around this situation, or the highest good around how can I be most self-loving in this decision or in this moment, and just follow whatever comes, whatever. And maybe it's just to receive in that moment a gift of stillness, or a gift of self-love, or a feeling. Maybe it's not even, an answer or what seems like a clear direction, but just to give yourself that moment, that time of self-love and of being with yourself. So
thank you so much for showing up. We're going to be here again tomorrow, leaning into this wild, woolly adventure called the online sharing space. Wow, does it work out our human fears, doubts? How does it help us let go of our small self? It really is such a gift. And I do just want to again kind of come back to the opportunity that the 4-month immersion program is, because I think we see so many beautiful reference points of how to lift into spirit, how to live intuitively, how to really live the bigness of our life. But in my experience, the way we're going to do that best is by really embracing and allowing our human challenge, not trying to shove our shitty moments under the rug, or putting on a fake face, or pushing through, toughing it up. How can we be fucking more real and more vulnerable and love that? And even maybe in small spaces like a group coaching, share that with people, share that with loved ones, right? It's an amazing experience. We get to see, hey, we're all fucking challenged. We're all feeling just really down, angry. We all feel the full range of emotions. We all feel challenged, and that maybe we can embrace that. Maybe those challenges aren't in the way. Maybe they're our gifts, teaching us how to have compassion, how to have more self-love, and how to forgive and clear and really release our human limitation in service to living more through this love that we are. I love you guys. When I get a roll on, I kind of can talk for a long time, but I am going to wrap it up. I love you so much. And I do, if anyone feels called to lean into the 4-month immersion, it is starting February 22nd. And we would love to talk to you more about it. Alrighty. Love you guys.
Love you guys. See you.